everyone doing today? Happy new moon in Scorpio. What's up, everyone? Sorry, I just slid in. Hopefully we're on all platforms. We'll see. Oh, so metaphysical mama, how's everybody doing? Hey, hey, hey. Yo, this is gonna be, I don't know, it's 11:14 right now, and all day, it's like, well, all week. Today's November 4th. It's like 11:4, 11:4. I gotta look up what happened today in history or something. I'm not quite sure, but it keeps sticking it. I mean, it's like yeah, like are we supposed to remember something today? Yeah, something big. And it's like I feel like it's like just introduce myself too. I channel on Medium, just as far as labels and words go. So yeah, the things may not come together in, like a politically correct and a perfect dialect. It's because we're jumping through different realms, dimensions, and frequencies and vibrations. So it's like we're just swimming through the water, and whatever pops up energetically does. And right, and I just allow. So if you have a high sensitivity level and you get offended easily, you may not, you're gonna get triggered. You may get triggered, you will get triggered. And not that that's a bad thing. That's actually a good thing, because it lets us know what we need to work on, what word, what vibration, what frequency something is, right, creating disturbance within our body, right? Our feelings, our thoughts, our emotional body just got amped up, right? Which then makes our Mars energy get hot, and then our Mercurial energy, which is in our head, our mind, right? We're all dealing with the virus of the crown. So then our mind is also, right, guilty of getting caught up in some shit. So allowing ourselves to breathe through it in order to bring ourselves back down to a little bit more of a balanced place of clarity, that's the cure right there. You don't need a shot, and a shot ain't going to help you do that, right? So just to clearly put that out of the way, I ain't a doctor, and I'm not saying anything a doctor says is or isn't of value. Just use discernment, right? Because a lot of things are very unnecessary if we remember to breathe and bring ourselves back down to a calm place where we have a little more clarity and we're like able, right, to garden. Cain and Abel, we're not running around outside of ourselves, pointing and directing and freaking out, and Adam and Eve out in the garden, calling it Eden in heaven. Don't forget, Atlas has to keep holding up the world. It's quite heavy once you just keep throwing everything out there, right? Then somebody else got to go pick up all that shit, right? It's like if somebody fucking litters all over the place outside and doesn't pick it up, well, somebody got to pick it up, right? So if we just have a little bit more courtesy, have some courtesy, have some faith. Pleased to meet you. Hope you guessed my name. Woo woo. Helps you listen to the voice of the universe. Dark blue galactic dragon. Ignite the codes of your master blueprint. Access cosmic wisdom and enter higher service. So that's pretty fucking awesome. I was gonna like shower and get all ready. At least I have like a decent outfit on in front of the camera today. But yeah, usually, yeah. So I'm halfway there. But then, right, again, we make plans. Man makes plans. We're a man, like in ancient texts too. Okay, like they use the word he. Pharaoh. The word pharaoh used to be called, what is it? Hero. I can't do the unless I do that. Otherwise, I can't. Like that's why I'm not good at speaking Spanish and the language like that, my tongue doesn't do that. I'm like, I could do it if I do that, but if I try to say a word, it's like my tongue goes behind my teeth, not back far in that place. So also, I'm speaking about that because the different dialects that we all speak in language, right? The word L in Spanish is the in English. Or if you spell the word D-I-E, D, in German, that means the, right? In English, that means die. So the vibration of a word, right? And its many different meanings, not just the definitions that we apply if we open up a dictionary, which don't forget too, they usually bump the natural or original meaning of a word way down in a Merriam-Webster dictionary and in a Oxford and etc. And they put the ones that they want you to, the definition that they want on top, right? Adam wants to be on top. So he named things, right? Adam, we're all atoms too. So that's again our mental. Masculine is Adam is masculine, right? Meaning masculine energy also, and positive and negative, right? I can have a positive thought or I can have a negative thought. And then don't forget too, there's variables. I'll be sleeping on the variables. They can go either way, right? So this is going to get pretty deep. If you want to grab a coffee or a tea or a nice big glass of lemon water with me, and yeah, we're gonna dig into some shit. We're gonna just dig. And so again, yeah, new moon in Scorpio. Now that is opposite Taurus. So if you're a Scorpio sun, moon, or rising, or Taurus sun, moon, or rising, you're gonna be very in tune with this new moon, right? Or if you have that in your chart. So, and so now a lot of times it's so Scorpio, that's like Venus and well, Venus and Scorpio too. Yeah, Venus and Scorpio. So those two have quite a, right, like a, well, unseen relationship, right? It's the opposite. So this is something we have to start looking at. When we get triggered by things, we need to take a look at what's triggering us, people, places, or things. Okay, and a lot of the time we're mirroring one another. It was just, it's 11:22 and it was just 8:08 as I said that. So we have to either look sometimes at our shadow that something else is reflecting. We're either reflecting off someone else or they're reflecting something off us. So where do we, right? We need to open that big book of, like, what do we need to take a look at so that we can, right, learn what lesson we're supposed to learn so that we can gain, right, not just knowledge, but the tools that we need to use in order to swim free from these places that we get stuck in emotionally and mentally, physical and spiritual warfare we're in. So when people are like, oh, I didn't touch you, or yeah, but wait. They crossed that line way long ago. Don't forget, and don't let anybody make you feel that you're crazy when, if you're being, say, emotionally abused, verbally abused, sexually, like some kind, right, in some manner. But then also take a look at that and take a look at, am I allowing these things? Am I not sticking up for myself? Do I not find myself worthy? Why am I allowing a person, place, or thing to be treating me in that manner? Right. And sometimes, again, there's different, right? Like motherly love, brotherly love. We're in positions of, right, like say a nurse taking care of a sick patient and they're waking up, say a soldier in the hospital, they're waking up or someone from an accident or whatever have you, right? And you've been asleep, right? Asleep. And you wake up and you're scared and you start freaking out. You can start flailing your arms and okay, you're not in your right state of mind because you're not comprehending what you even just went through. So does that make you a bad person? No. There's people like, say, us and etc. that are here that have gone through shit and fallen on our face many times, and it doesn't make us better, worse, perfect, not perfect. There's no such thing as perfect. Okay? It's just, right, have you gone through shit? And did you acquire knowledge and some tools that you can then relate with others and be like, yo, I fucking have, that shit's happened to me too. That's where we want to connect and share some of the medicine, the cures, the tools that we've all acquired along the way. But if people are not willing to communicate and to take the time and space to allow for these things to occur, well, do you even really deserve to be here anyway? Or are you just, you're like Veruca and all the kids from Willy Wonka, I want it now, and you don't really give a fuck about anything or anybody else or who you hurt along the way. And then when we're like, hey, yo, you just like stepped on somebody back there while you were running through the fucking right field, right? It's like, slow down a little, please. This is like right why you have a horn on your car when you're driving, which I don't really use mine often, and I find it quite obnoxious when people like get horn happy, right? But it's there for a reason. If someone gets too close, we can't be like, you know, you can't talk, excuse me, right? It's like, hey, you got to talk with your car, with your hand on your horn, right? So we have different ways of communicating. So when someone says, I didn't touch you, I didn't, etc. Okay, maybe you physically, but did we already have a conversation? Did I already create a, you know, like, not a rule, not a law, but did I already express my feelings and like things that I do and don't like and things that hurt me? And, you know, if you can't respect that, and then I also, right, say takes time and space, you know, because like right now we're having like confliction or whatever. Let's take some time and space, do what you got to do, like, you know. And so, you know, so if you've been given all that and you still decide to come back and attack in some manner, and then you're going to cry and play victim, it's like, wait, hold on a second. We already worked with you. We thought we already had a verbal understanding, fucking agreement or a contract. It's either, do you have respect and do you honor the people, places, and things that you're in relationships with, right? Including yourself. And that could be, right, your family relationships, your, right, intimate relationships. Are you a liar and a cheater? Are you sneaky? Are you telling people certain things and then doing others? Because we can feel that energy and it doesn't feel good. Even though we can't see what others are necessarily doing, we can feel it. So when we question and then say like, hey, you know, anything you want to talk about or something going on, or, and you all decide, and you decide to play that game of, you know, oh, no, we're going to, right, wait. We're going to play the game of wearing a mask. Everything's just fine. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, I would never do that. They want to play. So that's okay if that's what you want to do, but then don't get mad when the game that you play just blows up in your face. You know, it's like sometimes people don't want to play. So if somebody says no, no means no, right? Like Noah. No. All the words that are in right, where did those words get written from? A man with a hand has to have an right, or typewriter or whatever have you, whatever ink and or lead they were using to place on 2D paper after interpreting something with their thoughts and feelings, whether it's communing with spirit or not. Most musicians will tell you that they did not just write their music on their own. They're connected with spirit, and it's like, oh, I don't even know. It's like I was like tuned in and like it just came to me, because you're co-creating with spirit and a collective and able to write It's like, that's what, right? The divine, that's what you are. That's what we all should be doing. It's like, are we all planting seeds and coloring our world in some manner to, like, right? Like, what kind of artwork, right? Our Father who art in heaven, who does art in heaven. So what kind of art are we making in our minds while we're being given all this beautiful and scary, right? Positives and negatives, all this energy. What are you doing with it? You just want to run around a clock, run around Sue, and get paid to be a slave? Because once the price is on your head, you're a slave, right? And it's like, right, so, but we've all been participating in this, but it's just becoming aware so that we slowly, because we, the people, are the government. We have to govern. But if you just go, like the other day was election day, if you just think it's okay to, like, oh yeah, well, I went and voted, and yeah, so now you put your 2 cents in, right? You got 2 cents. And in order to have 2 copper pennies, right? See a penny, pick it up. All day long, you'll have good luck. There's 2 little squirrels running around. These 2, they're like Chippendale. I swear, every day they're so cute. They just like play. I'm gonna make a book about them. I'm going to make a book and story about them, or a song, or something. my little, who runs the world? Squirrels. And please, if you'd be so kind to like, subscribe, and ding the little belly bell, and share, and comment, and, you know, join in. You know, too, I'm not on the, yeah, I'm never on the, like, I know I'm on here live, but I never have the thing up, like, so I don't really always have awareness on the platforms, the fucking conversation thing doesn't always come up on here. So if you're typing away, I'm not sure, like with YouTube and stuff, if it comes through on the platform I record from. So I don't know. I'll have to double check that. Yeah, again, still a work in process. And right, and as I'm trying to grow and get my feet planted somewhere, so to speak, generally speaking, right, also dealing with massive amounts of said people trying to copyright my shit. And this is way before I come on here. And if anybody's been on this channel for years now, it's like, oh, trying to knock me off my rocker, oh, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, I'm pretty veteran at the, even though I'm sure a lot of you are probably not familiar, because again, it's like, it was just 18, and if I'm being guided to kind of like, it's like, yo, shit ain't working. It ain't working for a reason. So then it's like, all right, well, then I got to take a step back. I'm not going to keep being, how come I can't get on? And I need to get my message out. And no. I come on when spirit, you know, when I'm meant to. I don't I'm not on here. I still haven't checked any emails. So I'm not here to take your money or take advantage, right? I'm here to, right, make love, which means have sex. Watch your dirty minds. Which the acronym for sex is sacred energy exchange. So this is equal energy transaction. I'm not trying to manipulate or right, or I don't have any kind of intention of, right. So yeah, it's like, right, what you get is what you see, and if you don't like it, that's okay with me, right? It's 11:33. It's just, yeah. So it's like, I you know, your opinion isn't my business. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but people like to put their 2 cents in, but they're not aware that they haven't really gone through the process. So they didn't really have those 2 pennies to make any change. That's why we're in debt in the US and nothing backs up the dollar except a bunch of bullshit. We just have backed up sewage systems in the red. And a bunch of other people that can't breathe that are turning blue. So, you know, balance is key. How do you do? You know, penny for your thoughts. And they literally charge a penny for each thought. So when we have an emotion and a thought that we spit out, penny, penny. It comes out, travels up through, and right, we're the bank. We are the resources. We're made of the elements of the stars and all, right, etc. So while we are standing in our human physical vessel, body, all these things are going on inside our head and our mind and our heart and our gut, our emotional body, right? Things are swirling around, and that's what we call the world, which is different than our earthly body that we're existing in, the physical body, our Eve, human, flesh, living body. Right? Eve is the mother of the living, human. And presently, Lita and Artemis, or Shiva and Kali, or Lilith and Eve, are helping to birth Adam, or Apollo, or Horus. Right, the little devil has to find, right, the solar plexus. Our gut has a separate system completely also from the physical body. Right, it's like you have a stomach ache, like, oh, my stomach doesn't feel too good, but then the rest of you is like, okay, right? So this is a different system. So a gut feeling is good to have, but it's not what rules the roast and the nest. It's a helper, right, and a doula and a foster parent at best. Huh? It's like nanny from, what is it? Is that from Peter Pan? Or no, Lady and the Tramp, I think, that watched the babies, the dog, you know, where like it was like the nanny, the big Saint Bernard dog. You know, so, and Source Dragon attunes you to the infinite. Be still in the silence. Magic can happen. Be in the moment. And some moon cards for a collective. So yeah, the thoughts and the feelings that we have, right? They alchemize throughout the body, the emotion, the body, the thought, while we're standing in the physical. So it's like, right, we have to be able to be the third pillar, stand in the middle while we're, right, all the scales are tipping, right? We got all these thoughts, all these feelings, like, whoa, whoa. So what are you being a carrier of? What are you holding on to? Right? Or allowing to cosmic surfing, allowing to you know, to take you out of body, because everything's water. So if a wave comes up, emotional body, and it gets up over our head, we're already half not there, right? There's a Tool song, split right into. What did Adam do? He blamed Eve, blah, blah, blah. But that's just right. And she blamed him. She snuck, blah, blah, blah. So she had a feeling this might be a good idea and a thought. And right. So sometimes we do stuff that, right, and then because we listen to somebody else, is that not what everybody's doing right now? What snakes are you listening to? Are you listening to what's being portrayed, projected, prescribed, prescripted narratives on the media? We're gonna get real deep into this shit. And when I speak of things, it's like, I'm going to bring things up that are going to talk about different religions, texts, gods, goddesses, deities, demons, daemons, fairies, etc., etc., etc. Okay, again, there's going to be many triggers. We're going to talk about things that are very uncomfortable to talk about that happen in our human existence, right? Such as, right, human trafficking, sex trafficking, murder, sociopaths, narcissistic behavior, how to deal with these behaviors, empathy, compassion, telepathy, right? And eventually we're going to get into like telekinesis and stuff. But if we're not even to be able to be a good handler of our emotional body and our thinking, well, then how do you expect to receive your gifts from the divine? And you keep saying God left you. Did God really? Or are you just not listening with the right ears? We all have these gifts and we all have these abilities. So it doesn't mean there's never a finish line, right? How did you grow to the point that you're at right now? Do you not look different now than you did 5 years ago, 10 years ago, when you were a kid, when you were a baby? But you still know that's you. But do you remember all that? How did you grow from that to this? And right, you morphed. You evolved. Yeah. So evolution is present. Spirituality and the divine is present. Collective, subconscious, unconscious, consciousness, conscious awareness, supreme consciousness, higher consciousness, those are all relevant too, right? They go into different colors, right? And degrees and volumes, right? If you listen to something, it gets louder, volume, lower, right? You have ability to operate the volume, the flow. Don't let it, right? This is the flood. Don't let the flood take you out. Okay, and emotion is energy in motion. That's the saltwater body, right? That's Dead Man Sea. Where did Dead Sea Scrolls come from? Might be that old sailorman's dead skin. I don't know. A new romantic cycle begins. Oh, talking about old man's dead skin, rhyming it with, and then a new romantic cycle begins. Well, that's kind of cool, though, right? In a sense, as far as serpent wisdom, right? And how many people are already fooled by what's not good? And we got to say not good, but right, the apple or the serpent? Why is this statement be wise as serpents? If the serpent's so bad. Or does the serpent let you know that you don't have to play multiple choice? You don't have to pick this or that. You don't have to be bullied by someone that's saying they're your God, your king, and your master, and that you need to ABC or else. When Poseidon decided to steal Kali Ma's trident and say the ocean is his. I don't know. A lot of deities carry tridents. On against Poseidon. But sometimes jealousy, envy, cheating, that be the same thing. Remember Outcast? Yeah. Poseidon, I believe, got pissed off. And is he the father of Andromeda? Drama queen, Andromeda, which is funny too, because we're dealing with a lot of witchcraft and spellcraft bitches that want to play with spell work and shit. And there's a reason that they have, right, that we say they drink the wine at church. Cult of Dionysus. but not. Dionysus is actually the right of nature, but these are all same, also entities, just different states of consciousness that they're in. Poseidon, Dionysus. Don't forget, an octopus can also walk upon land and camouflage his ass. You don't think Poseidon has the ability to do something like that? Balance. You want me to say it? I mean, like choke out my spit there. Balance spirituality and practicality. So yeah, again, not like, and we don't need to go, it's just becoming aware. And I don't have, I'm not like, you know, kind of go like, oh, she's wrong. Do you hear what she said? I mean, a win-win outcome is forecast. You know, you are good enough. So, yeah, I ain't here to argue. I ain't here to be right or fight or, you know, make myself be, I really don't, yeah, I don't care. I don't care. I'm just here to share. And a lot of the things that we've been told or that we've believed, the lies that we've believed in the, right? Which doesn't necessarily mean we're bad or we're so stupid or we're whatever either. It's just that we've believed things, right, with good intention most of the time. So it's very uncomfortable when we start to realize the things that we've put our faith in or our beliefs in aren't quite what we thought they were, right? Which is okay. Like that's another obstacle that we need to sometimes get over in order to, right, to take a look at. It's like, okay, well, I thought that, and it doesn't mean you're wrong. It just means we're in the process again, right, of making change. We're going through more thoughts and feelings to really allow the scales to balance out with something to actually back it the fuck up. Not just, oh yeah, and then whatever. Do you know that they charge $700 fucking dollars for a fucking saltwater bag of saline solution at the hospital? Who, how, why, like, why do people get to put a price tag on whatever the fuck they want and change the value of it? And as soon as you hear that, right, like say, right, the right, God's put something out, something gets put out into the, right, dumped out into the collective. You don't think that they do that on purpose too? Like who's gonna, right, share the big pot of soup we just dumped out, take a taste, puff, puff, pass, and who's gonna try to say that they're the fucking, right, rooster? They're the one, the one. There's lots of us, suns, right, stars, systems, stars, right? So there's a whole bunch of us, not just one. Right? So we're all very aware of sibling rivalry and jealousy and bullies, right? You want to mess with the bull, you get the horns. Don't let that horny little motherfucker threaten you and try to give you pillow talk on the side, but you really know there's some like, yeah. It's like the jealousy, right? I am a jealous God. Well, if you're calling yourself the big cheese there, then you know, I don't know. We're all just trying to swim. Right. We're all the big cheese sometimes, and then sometimes we're all the little piece of shit that falls on our face, and we're like, I can't do anything another. Like a piece of dirt dust, right? So it's okay to go through all of these different fluxes, right? we just have to take a look at ourselves, and it's like, okay, wait, be accountable. Again, the accounting, back to the pennies. Accounting. Because either you got it or you don't. And we're not going to keep inflating things up like weather balloons. Area 51. Price tags everywhere. In order to make it appear as if we know what the fuck we're talking about. And try to present it as a gift, but we're really trying to make you eat shit. It's like, I don't, why would I want that? And don't forget, they try to marry you, connect, attach to you. Oh, I'm going to get into COVID too and break down the etymology of that word and also how that interprets into the house of David. They didn't want me to say nothing there because that's like one of those stupid cold calls I see just ringing on my phone to tell me like my insurance, my warranty is up for the car that I don't even have, that doesn't even exist. So, right, like all these things. Anybody get those calls often? It's like you check on one thing and then they're like, hey. And I help take care of, I'm going to use the word elderly, right? This old man, he played one. People get old when they what? When they give up. Then the body starts to follow suit, right? It's called manifest destiny. And there has been a certain amount of time up until this now point in time that we've gone through the reincarnation line, right? So we've been, right, gathering the different colors of our soul through lifetimes so that we have a full cup, right? Half empty or half full. How's your grail? How's your holy grail? Your body is your holy grail. Does your fountain runneth over, or do you runneth from it? I'm gonna roll a blunty blunt. I didn't get to roll before we came. I don't know if you can hear the drums in the background. Probably not. I got shaman drumming going on. I have a beautiful drum here too. I know I did a meditation the other day. If you want to check that out, I'll probably do a little more. It's different when we do it ourselves and in our head and in our own, and then when we try to do that with others. So if you liked that, please let me know. I'm gonna definitely, I will be doing more of those kind of things. Healing, say, sessions, right? We can call it healing chambers of Sekhmet, right? The light healing chambers of Sekhmet. At times, I'm sure it'll be called other things as well. Yeah, because it's real important. Like I channel and I allow myself to be a channel I'm speaking through. It's ain't no different than that, right? I'm on YouTube, Facebook platform, and what have you. And so while we're on these platforms, that's the channel you're tuning into, right? Metaphysical Mama channel. And then I myself am also a physical person. As a person, I am a channel, right, receiving information so that I can put it on this channel. And so it's again, see all the different places things come through before they come to a theater near you, right, or vice versa one, right? So yeah, I mean, isn't that's something to be pretty fucking grateful for. Super duper, I say so. Oh, hold up. I have white peach. I'm gonna roll a peachy. All right, just got a fucking pain in my left ear. Sometimes you get like the ring in your ear, and sometimes I don't know if you experience this too. It's like a freaking I just got poked with this fucking nail in my ear. Not nice. So I gotta get my computer too, because there's quite a few things I was looking. I got guided to look up and investigate and research yesterday, and I went down a whole shit ton of rabbit holes. And half the time, I'll say too, it's like I plan on making a video. I'm like, I'm gonna get on and do a video, and then Spirit got me download. I'm downloading all this information and trying to write, and then upgrade it. And a lot of the time, just by tapping in, you know, cosmic surfing the fucking cosmos and timelines and right, the world allowing all of our thoughts and feelings, what's going on in the collective, and right to come in and right to go through is exhausting in itself. And by the time I'm done taking notes or doing that, it's like I've been spun around the freaking, I'm shot, and then I don't have the energy to do the video I thought I was going to do. It's like, so, but I'm also aware too, let me say, if I don't get to come on here on YouTube or Facebook or a social media platform and say what Spirit wants me to say, it's because we're doing it etherically. So again, I don't have to worry about it. It's like, well, I did it though, because I was already channeling, you know. So be tuned in to, right, so that you're able to tune into what's going on in the collective consciousness that's getting rained down from the cosmos, brought to the sun to interpret, and then brought down to the human realm. Okay, because they're all getting the same messages, and everybody puts it out in different manners. So it's like, right, so how are we all tapping in? Okay, super, super important to acknowledge yourself as a receiver of divine information, because you're a channel too. Don't let somebody else take that information and then try to fucking label, slap, and put a price tag and all this other stuff on you and tell you what it is. Right. It's like, if I have right, here's a lemon. So, okay, a limon, a lemon. How many different things can I do with this lemon? Someone might tell, right, like I might be like, right, drink a glass of water every morning with a whole lemon squeezed into that puppy, lukewarm water, same temperature as your body, because you don't want to shock it with cold, and you don't need to do the hot. It's just lukewarm water, same temperature as your body. So your body's like, oh, I know you, cool. It just naturally accepts it. And when you do this on an empty stomach, upon awakening, before you break your fast, right, have breakfast, before you break your fast, whatever that time might be, drink a full glass of water with a whole lemon squeezed in that puppy, and see the difference you feel. Do that every day for 2 weeks. Okay, but point being, I just shared one way to use a lemon, and now you can share with your friends and whoever the benefits and what you experience by doing so. That's kind of like the Bible, right? So many things are interpreted and brought to our attention, but if you're not doing them, why are you just like, it's like, again, going back to the voting. I cast my vote, so now what? You just expect them to take care of it all? And then you're just going to be, and then it's like when they're like, oh, well, lemon meringue pie, lemon meringue. So if they tell you the only thing you can do with lemons is make lemon meringue pie, mix it with sugar and whatever else, and gelatin, and yeah, and that's the only way you could do. That's what it is. Then you're gonna grow up thinking that's the only thing you could do with lemons, right? And then if somebody says, right, the serpent in the tree is like, you know, they just don't want you to know how many ways you can use lemons. I'm making a silly example because that's really how silly it is, right? And we're like, oh, no, you can only make lemon meringue, only lemon meringue. No. You can't eat them raw. You can't do that. It's illegal. It's against the Lord. It's against the law. Who said? Which Lord? Which law? Which Lord said so? Point him out to me. Let's give him an apple. pick up on that. You're the apple of my eye. Just hope you ain't rotten to the core. Sally felt, he felt by the Thethor. Mary, Mary, why you bugging? Mary, Mary, quite contrary. How does your garden grow? With GMOs and pimps and hoes. Oh, look, a baby. Ho, ho, ho. What do you know? Where'd that come from? And then they say, I didn't do it. Oh, shit. Did we just enter the Garden of Eden? Something. I don't know where we're going. What do we? The fuck is happening right now, Spirit? That's pretty funny. Oh, no. What the hell is that? Wait a minute. Okay. And I guess so. And then as I said, you will have pain during birth. What the fuck? Hold on here. Wow. 74. I just got guided to the volume on this stinks that I'm listening to, which is all right. But yeah, it holds too much reverberation there. But I just got guided to turn it down to 74, right? So number wise and stuff like that, like when you look at the clock, I look at the clock often, not to check the time. I get guided to, like, I happen to look and then I see a number. Like right now, it's 12 o'clock on the nose. 12:01 it says on there, but 12 over here. Right, 12 and 12. 144. 144 is 9. Is 9 divine? I heard 7, 8, 9. Picking up what I'm throwing out. 7, 8, 9. Crocodopoulos. Aunt Annie's alligator. And, you know, on a reel, lots of shit. It's going down for real. It's about to go down. This full moon, new moon in Scorpio. Is a big one. And Scorpio is also like Pluto. And don't forget too, they said Mars found Pluto. And there's a whole shit ton of shit that's not found or discovered right under our noses, right? And yet everybody says things are such has this factual information. I was like, that's cool. It's a perception and it's a way, and I appreciate the hypothesis and the studies we've done thus far to come up with those said conclusions and what's a word? Spirit, not fact. Because things are definitely, it's like we have certain things that are fact as far as like, you know, that are fixed, let's say, right? Fixed. It's like the stars. They're fixed, or they're like, right, wandering, or right? What's the other word for fixed? Not fixed. For not fixed. A fucking mess. And we don't need no fixing. You don't need any fixing. You just need healing and awareness, which is a big fucking difference. You're not stupid. You're not dumb. When others know something more than us, or again, and don't let those assholes that have been taking and using and stealing information and they're siphoning off the cipher, which is non-cipher. Oh, you know. So let's get into the Scorpio. Light my peace smoke with y'all. And for me, medicine for me, right here, what's my religion? Love and marijuana. Well, I'll say shamanism, I guess, you know, like just nature, energy and vibration. You know, but yeah, I definitely am a avid promoter of cannabis. It comes from the star system, Canis Major and Canis Minor. And it was actually brought here to soothe the children of Cain. But instead they try to, you know, pump a whole bunch of shit, sugar, arsenic, GMOs, round up all the plants. So they're all skipping nutrients and minerals that they need. So no wonder why everyone got a virus. Everybody been drinking how long? How many people picked up on their drinking during the COVIDian, the Covenant, the COVID, which that wasn't a bad thing either. That's again, everything's put out so that we have awareness. But most people, and that might just be the flair, right? The glamour magic that they throw on the media, you know, because like there's a lot of people I speak to that like just are not have not and are not falling for the bullshit. But I mean, really, it broke my heart like this whole time. It's like I just sitting shaking my head, like really crying inside and not being. And it's like, why are they not listening here? Why do they keep listening to this bullshit? And then we get to see what happened in the past, because like these are repeats. Did you all fall for the same bullshit again? That's what Eve did when Satan said, oh, God said you could get out of there. It was the second time God gave her a chance to clear her waters from Adam's. You stay in that water, you stay in that water until you're clear, right? Like Tigris and Euphrates. But then here came Satan, like, oh, no, he said you could go, you could get out. And she was like, oh, really? Okay. So, which I could be guilty of too. Again, it's like, right, we're not always listening to the right voice. And don't forget, the devil shows up looking like everything you want. So it could be a very, right? None of us want to look at our family and think our family is out to hurt us. But a lot of our family has been very hurtful to us. So do we have resentment and anger and all that? No. But are we able to acknowledge it, be aware of it, and say, no, I'm not going to allow that to happen to me again? Goddamn motherfucking right. You do their work, your work, not theirs. But for a long time, we've all been getting sucked off of as empaths and energetic, right? Gas stations for everyone else to fill up and then leave us empty. Siphoning the gas, siphoning the oil of the Christos, digging for gold. How much have you all paid? And what was the cost of your soul? Those of you that are participating and have in that nature of dealings, you know. And again, some of us, if we've gotten tricked, but it's because someone else and other people, places, or things, you had awareness, and you, well, you're going down for rape, molestation, trespassing, being a pedophile, raping innocents. You're not gonna go because you decided to attack a vulnerable victim and use them as your scapegoat with intent. This is beings I'm talking about. They had premeditated with intent. These are like, you know, the fucking, again, covenants, little sorcerers, bitches that want to play with fucking spell work and so-called black magic and whatever else. You made, this is why we all got free will given to us. So if you decided with your free will to make those decisions, and then you got a little tap, 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 because it's like, you don't get like knocked out the box right away. You get birds coming and other things to in your realm, your fields of unconsciousness, your dreams, subconsciousness, to let you know, like, hey, you need to take a look at that, or you may want to kind of stop doing that, or yay, let's think of some more things to do instead of that today. But if you keep flinging Jiminy Cricket off your shoulder, that little consciousness that's like, hey, 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 you keep swatting that away and you go fly away with Lord of the Flies to go eat more shit. Well, hey, you decided to do it, didn't you? You made that decision. That's not a mistake any longer at this point. You can't cry and play victim, devil's triangle. No, 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 no. It's like, no, 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 no. Here, has plus Pluto. No, 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 no. Now you're gonna pay. You decided to play, now you're gonna pay because you made that decision. And you were given opportunity and you decided to do it again anyway. You decided to actually say, fuck it, fuck them, I don't give a fuck. So when you do that, that's a wrap. How am I tripping over my drum? Like, I ain't getting involved with that. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. We all make mistakes and we all do things. So like, we're here to learn. Earth is a school. We're here to, right, fuck up and make mistakes and learn who the fuck we are. But we shouldn't be having to worry about ABC wanting to take 1, 2, 3 and XYZ and then play middleman. Like they didn't do that, but they don't know where their fucking middle is at. Right? Where's your heart at? You got a hole in your heart, motherfuckers. You better find it. And that ain't our job. You want to go digging, you better go find your heart. 12-12. That's the thing you've been missing from the start. Chris Cornell. I nearly forgot my broken heart. It's taking me miles away. And the memory, how is it? We broke apart. Here we go round again. Hell no, I ain't going around again. Nope. Hold on, let me just make sure. Not to offend, but cut. Nope. Luck is on your side. A fiery climax approaches. Yeah. So you have to make your free will decision to say, I no longer accept these motherfucking illusions and delusions by these delusional fucks, because, yo, they deserve love and light, love and light, love and light. However, so do we, and we deserve peace of fucking mind and sanity, and my health is my wealth. And just because I leave my door open, don't give you permission to sneak the fuck in and take what's off my fucking shelf. Know what I'm saying? Elf on a shelf. So, and I know for myself personally, I have spirit and guides and motherfucking nature to back my ass up. So I will absolutely clearly state right now, as it just turned 1 hour, if you cross that line, I'm not coming after you. I'm not holding resentment or it's gonna, I'm gonna get you, sucker. Get the fuck out of here, fucker. No, 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 no. Like God said, vengeance is mine. That's for God. I ain't taking that on. I'm not receiving karma because you're a fucking asshole. And you're trying, and then because that didn't work out, now you're trying to three-legged race, attach your energy to mine so I can somehow absorb some of it. It's like, yo, and then how do you claim that you're divine and that you're a god and that you're a whatever? And then they also say that they don't say that, but they do these things and they accept the, so yes, they do. So again, just because we can't prove certain things, is they give, but actions speak louder than words. So just because you're giving me a get right pillow talk service and talking sweet nothings into my ear, trying to patronize me, I smell your rotten cheese from eons away. You're fucking dirty. Go clean your shit. It's like, go wipe your ass, wipe your mouth, clean yourself from the inside out, and then we'll talk. Otherwise, keep your dirty ass the fuck away from me and my bloodline and my family. Kindly. I was like, I've been here to help, and I would still help. If you want help, you're willing, I'll help you immediately. But don't mistake my kindness for weakness, motherfucker. I am not the game you want to play. That's all I gotta say about that. All love and light, all kindness and love, you know? But when you try to fucking come smiling and you're trying to bring a poisonous apple and tell me that it's like good for me, yo, that hand that you just carried that apple to feed me with, along with your lion ass, double slit, silver fucking tongue, it ain't my job to decide, like, right? Oh, well, now, da da da. No. It's just like, yo, spirit, do you see this shit? And then that's it. It's marked. X marks the spot, baby. And time is fluid, just like Mama Wawa. So when one of the 144 or any of us that have reincarnated to, right, be here in this now and present moment and that have already sacrificed so much, we've lost, right, our families, our human lives, we've been going through this for a long time to help all of you also, right? Again, Lita and Artemis birthing Apollos. But if you don't want our help, we're trying to help you out. I'm not going to hold a drowning man's hand while they're flapping around in the water and I'm standing on the dock. I was like, no, I'm going to throw you a life preserver, but I'm not going to lean over and hand you my hand so you could pull me in to drown me too. You know, I want you to be able to make it, but I'm not stupid. I ain't jumping into dead man's sea. Oh yeah, that's like, you know, again, they copied. So many things are right. Copycat, copy that, copycat, copy that, copy, or they mimic, copy, mimickers, mimic. A new start is coming. Have faith in your dreams. So it's just been being copied, plagiarized. That's why I made a plaque on there. Fucking, they got lots of plaque that needs to be removed, alkalined. pH balance, babies. Lemon water. Your health is your wealth. You don't want to be one of Santa's elves that fucking gets put on a shelf. I say, right. Also, getting into that, Santa, Satan, North and South Pole, North and South Node. Where does Santa Claus come from? The North Pole, but that's magnetic north. True north is right here, the sweet spot. 0 degrees. We don't cut ourselves in half and let part go here and part go there, right? Which again, I'm also right. It's like I think I was that bitch that got cut in half at the fucking freak show. Look, we could cut her in half and she can still walk around and live. Not now. Don't get any crazy ideas. I think that was at one point in time or in our dreams. I don't know. Don't be coming at me with any fucking saws, motherfucker. Hiya! No. However, you know what I want to share? My Nana's, one of my Nana's favorite little jokey jokes. Or what do you call them? I guess things to ponder. So it's like, you know, and my Nana has passed from the physical realm, but she's very, very grand, right? Grandmother, but we call her Nana. And her name was Ursula, right? Like Ursa Major, Ursa Minor. She, like they are the bear and the wolf constellation. And my grandfather's name was Wolf. Wolfram, Wolf and Ram. It's a German name, right? Wolfram. Wolfram. So Wolf. And then Ram is Aries, yeah. And also Ram is our memory. And Ram backwards is Mars. Yeah. So many things. Okay, now shamans, Navajos, the natives. How did natives live? We migrate with the vibration of the earth because we don't stay anywhere too long to rape the earth of its goodness. That's why we always kept migrating, following the beat of our own drum, because we're listening to the mother. Who have you all listened to? Sons? While you're raping and pillaging everyone and everything, trying to claim a crown and a ring. And son, I don't mean male. That doesn't mean man. That doesn't just mean a male with a dick hanging between his legs. Oh, no. We're all stars, sis, star, sons, brothers and sisters. Pump up the volume. And just to get into too, like our star systems and stuff like that. And I'm gonna apologize like for the rich sarcasm that gets slathered on. Because again, you know, spirit comes through real sarcastic with me, which is like kind of like, listen, spirit isn't always say nice. It's nice, but sarcasm comes through because spirit has had it with you. So a lot of the time it's like, you know, it comes through very direct, right? Raw, uncut, and motherfucking real. We're not here to Photoshop, edit, cut things out, put sugar over it, make it look all sweet, and then be like, okay, honey. No, that's for the beehive. And if you want to stay existing and what we call alive, I would get the fuck out of that fucking hive. Because that hive's about to get kicked by Bigfoot. And then Fiona's just going to get a big cotton candy cloud and get all the flies and the bees and then feed it to Shrek like she did in the movie. You know, it's even more funny too, is like they call the bull, but like if you really think about that, You gotta be careful what you're participating in. Because a lot of like the ascended masters, the gods, the goddesses, etc., are dressed up looking like motherfucking failures. Right? Just like in Beauty and the Beast, just like in I don't know, there's a whole bunch of mythology stories that are of that nature though, where you know, it's like an old man or an old woman and they're like, oh, right? Don't forget the greatest strength. I don't know if I should. Are we supposed to share this information, Spirit? Because don't forget, anything that you say can and will be used against you in court of law. Where do they mimic that from? How do they say that? Because water's always recording. That's why this is the judgment of living and the dead. They didn't think this day was going to come. They thought it already passed. They're stuck on linear timelines going back and forth. Huh? They keep dipping and dipping and dipping, and now they are tripping. Chip at the brain, chip at the brain, chip at the brain, you know what I'm saying. I need my suicidal tendency. That's not a term, it's a band, motherfuckers. Get your head out of the sand. It's actually a really fucking awesome band. They sing about suicidal tendencies, so to speak. Actually, it's like they speak about real shit. So yeah, if you don't know who they are, and you want to hear some fucking like some crazy good old some old school metaphysical mama music. Yeah, Suicidal Tendencies is one of my absolute favorite bands. And I used to make my poor mother. We used to, you know, wherever we were, Vermont, whatever. I would put Suicidal on. Suicidal. So I'm not suicidal. However, I love Suicidal, the band. So, right. So see that statement I just made? Now, if somebody takes that and says, she said she loves, really, asshole? Or did you pay attention to what I said? Or you did and you decided to take it like a Sally Jesse Raphael show or Dr. Phil, right? Like a talk show. They're like, yeah, come on the show. And then you think that you're going on to talk about something. And then when you see the show, how many people, I've ever gotten asked to go on a TV show or anything like that. And then they're like, oh, it's da 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 da. They tell you one thing. And then when you see it air, it's all chopped up. And the words that you said are like not in that order. And it's like, or they cut things off that if they put the rest of the sentence that you actually said, it wouldn't have sounded like you just said something fucked up, which that's why I gave up on like political correctness a long time ago. I ain't here to be politically correct. Can I speak politically correct? Absolutely. I can speak pretty much any dialect I need to with whomever I need to speak it with. I speak many languages. As long as you coming from the heart, we're good. But if you're coming from some other place, well, I ain't going to say we're not bad. Of course not. However, don't get mad when I don't have full trust and respect for you because you're not coming from a place of balance and clarity. And I don't care if you know or you don't know, right? Not that you know or don't know that, but if you know or don't know, if you're right or wrong about what we're speaking about, that is really kind of what is irrelevant. What's important is that we're willing to throw it out on the table, blab about it, come from, right, a sexual place, meaning sacred energy exchange. I'm not like trying to take you for a ride, take your money, take your fucking gifts in any manner, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. I'm not trying to, right? I'm just here to be equal with you and throw out our thoughts and feelings and see what we got. But if you can't do that, then don't get mad at me because I'm not going to put that full, it's like we don't have a calm sea between us. I was like, no, you're still throwing out static electricity and you're coming from a choppy, wavy place where it's like, I'm not quite sure what your intention is, because you're doing the Cthulhu thing. You got all these octopusy arms. You know, I see you standing and talking to me, but your energetic body is doing different things. So when this isn't matching this, I don't need no lie detector. I am a lie detector. So I'm not going to call you out on it either, necessarily. That's not my job. But then if I do ask you to please be a little more respectful, because I'm not really catching, and like I'm not really liking the vibe that I'm repeatedly catching. So if you're not able to respect where I'm coming from, and like it's like, so wait a minute, you're not willing to work on you. And I've also been very tolerant, accepting, patient, right? I've already acknowledged and then tried to also, and then you try to, right? If I have to say something and now you are going to disrespect me further by, then you don't really give a fuck about me anyhow. So I'm not quite sure what you're getting upset about. If I'm asking you to please respect my feelings and at least, right, come from a little bit more of a neutral place, because you're not, but you're not willing to take a look at even that and be accountable, then we don't really have anything further to, yeah, it's like, yeah, I think your class might be over that way. That's all. And that's cool. But go get to class. And I ain't giving you a pass. Because now you're late for where you need to be. Right? I mean, it's simple. It's like if you don't know who you are and you ain't coming from a place of balance, like, right? If you don't know where you need to be, then you're late. Because you ain't present here with me. You're trying to either take something from me or hide something or move things and shift things around to make me feel some type of negative way or unsure or confuse me. So it's like, peace, see you later. Have a nice day. Deuces. Not to offend, but cut. There's no attack. It's no like with less love. It's love and light completely. Except like, right, my health is my wealth and my peace of mind and who I am. And if I can't, if I'm not willing to be somebody's slave or be abused or used or have ultimatums or other things thrown upon me in order to or else. Oh, you must have your offshore account elsewhere, right? Anybody ever look up the London banking system? How that all, and right, the city of London, and now we got Britain, and now we have America, and then right, money. Where does it come from, honey? We in the money. And if someone or something, we're watching Lord of the Rings last night. Which one? Oh, it's a good one too. Dag. Smog. Something of smog. Oh, such a good one. But anyway, you know, I know Lord of the Rings, right? It's like either my Hobbit finds the ring, my precious. The ring is the same as the apple in the garden, right? So the apple or the ring represent any fucking thing. Temptation. And we all go through that too. If, you know, again, if everybody want to keep just blaming, say, a devil that's outside of you, whoa. But did you look at the devil within? Remember the In Excess song? Devil inside, every single one of us, a devil inside. So if you're pointing at somebody else's devil, right? It's like, again, I can acknowledge, right? Like, it's like my demons like to play with your demons too. Okay. However, you guys, there's like, it's like, wait a second though. You can't let your demons take over, right? The devil is also like, the sun is shining on me right now. The sun, the ego, your solar system that we run around, the ego. We've been running around our human ego, right? Up until this allotted time that we're in now. So how old are you? What age? Let me say, what age are you right now? Right, this is a fun question, right? And now what age are we in? Change the way you think. It's just a point of perception. So once we're a little more playful, you're going to see how much younger you feel and how much more youthful you feel. Excuse me. And how much more you remember of what you like, right? And get into your creative, right? Your divine, creative, intelligent flow, right? Because it's like, okay, I'm human. But you know what? Other people feel like that too. I mean, you don't think that every time still before Beyonce goes on stage or any, like, say, you know, person that's, say, on stage, on any kind of platform, before a president or anyone goes to make a speech, you don't think that they still have nervous Nelly nerves, or that they have to go through some kind of routine or ritual to get themselves ready before they can make themselves go on stage, right? And sometimes we might think that we can do it and we feel good, and other days it's like, I don't feel good today, I look fat, I look ugly, I hate, nobody's gonna like me, and you look the same as you did the day before, but we feel different inside, right? So it's like, for some reason we're not feeling good. That taps into the Mayan calendar, because there's different deities at each that represent each, or demons, say different gods that represent each day, and depending on who you are and what your natal chart is, right, that's how we play that day. So that's like, sometimes you feel like, right, today I feel like wearing, like, right, to have my little sunflower shirt on today. You know, and it's fall, and I love these flowers too. It's like the whole, you know, so I didn't get to shower yet, but I'm wearing my flowers. And I took a nice bath last night before I went to bed. So I'm not like filthy dark, but I kind of feel it. I feel like I slept in a oil factory, not oil, like a, I don't know. And also I got bit by, like, I think a spider or something, and then I actually burned it too. So, because I didn't know what the fuck it was, something bit me or something. My whole arm swelled up here. So also metaphysical shit. And then I pummeled upon some story yesterday about, like, the invisible serpent bite, and then today's the new moon in Scorpio and all this stuff. So it's like, what is, okay, what's spirit trying to show me and tell me, right? Show and tell. Also, we're in cycle 25 of this, the sun. Okay, this is solar cycle 25. And also most of it, I like a lot of it, I would say that there's the lunar calendar, and then we have the solar calendar. We have the daily, right? 365 days we go through the squares that we, right? What are you doing tomorrow? How about that day? So, right, we're all, and the word devil means contract. So I'm saying this and being playful, but right, just be more fluid. You don't have to say yes to the dress. You don't have to say yes. You could say, can I think about that? Somebody has to do something. Can I have a little time to think about that? Or I'm not sure. And like last night I was watching one of, like, the dudes, like the legislation or whatever, trying to come, like, to Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Snapchat, etc., the social media platforms, talking about they need to have more control, da 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 da. Hold on. I hear you and I agree. However, no, I don't at the same time, because we have a thing called freedom of speech. We have a thing called, right, the Freedom Act. And when someone has still not gone through their addictive personalities and their emotional immaturities, which then they act out and react in nuclear atomic ways with their thoughts and their feelings and the things that they do and say that they're repeatedly repeating around the sun, right? In the vibration of fear or false control. It's like, no, remember in Happy Gilmore? And he's like, you can have a glass of shut the fuck up or shut the hell up. She's like, can I just have a nice warm glass of milk, please? If you'd be so kind. I mean, they say they already have all the answers. They want you to follow all the rules, keep working, listen, do what you're supposed to do, prove that you, what, huh, hurry up, keep going, what, huh, and did you, yeah, hurry, oh, hurry, go, 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 we don't have time. So they want to rush and make like we don't, but hold on a second. Where are you coming from? Because if you're trying right now to like sweep over all this stuff that like you actively play out on a nightly and daily routine basis, you better start there. Is it a mother's fault? Is it social? Who you all? What invisible demon are we going to now make responsible instead of being accountable for herself? See what I'm saying? So with all due respect, and there does need to be guidelines and what have you, because let me just also say this. I'm one of them that's here, that's protector of women and children. That's what Athena, Artemis, Kalima, etc., a mother does. So if any think or feel for a hot second that I'm gonna pick any kind of side or whatever, get the fuck out of here. You're already coming from a very dangerous place, and you should be a little more cautious about where you're standing and spitting. Little snakes. They're like the little demon Satan snakes that like to talk all the cobra. They like to get all big. Except they didn't recognize that there was a unicorn standing behind them about to stomp them the fuck out. We don't need to cut a head off a snake so it grows 2 or 3 or 5 more back. I happen to actually love snakes. However, I'm not going to try to cuddle with a cobra in my human body, you know? Like, oh yeah. No. However, I can definitely play the part of the cobra, right? So it's like, right, if we're singing, and then I can also play the part of, right, being scared of the cobra. Or the man that's trying to play the flute, they're nuts, by the way, to tame the cobra. But if they play the wrong tune, what happens? That fucking snake, forget it. Forget about it, right? Scorpio, new moon. Step out of your comfort zone. Oh, and that's going to happen because, like, listen to Scorpios, right? Scorpio, like, I'm Aquarian moon. So that's very, say, deep from the subconscious, abstract thinking, Aquarian, right? And from the deep, like way out there, right? If you're on my channel, you already know I'm way out there. But maybe that might explain a little more why. I'm Aquarius moon. I'm an Aquarian moon. I'm an Aquarian. So inside, again, a lot of sarcasm can come out of my mouth because I'm also a Sagittarius rising. So how others see me, our rising sign, is how others see us. So you may see me more like a Sag, coming like, rah, like a centaur, right? But and I am a freedom fighter, right? And I am a warrior of the womb of Mother Earth. Absolutely. Don't fucking for a second that if I have to pick any, like if I'm, it's like whose side am I on? The mothers, motherfuckers. Yeah. Go fuck out of here. I don't against father. First of all, it's mother father God. I'm saying mother because mother is creation. That's the creator. Mother father. Mother. Even okay, like stay in physical form here, right? A woman has to give you permission before, right? Like that's just kind of like, right, you do, or you have a crush, they like me or not. But as far as girl boy, right? And this is feminine masculine, right? We think, right? We get a feeling that's feminine, and then we think masculine. Should I ask them? Shouldn't I? Are they gonna like me? Now we got the gut involved, the energies. Are they, right? Ooh, a little nervousness in the gut. Instinct. Wait a minute. Because the gut and the brain are always talking. Yeah. So this is where we get Osiris, Set, and then we have Nephthys, which is who Eve is before Eve. Before we say in the Bible, Eve. And when is like Eve, evening time? Right? Most of us, we go to sleep at night, right? Wake up in the morning, go to work, go to school, etc. So what time do you consider morning and night? Right? Most are either still up, say, like I'm a nocturnal animal, so I'm usually up past midnight from, from the crack of dawn, a lot of the time right around the solar clock. And so, but that's how I've always been. Like I said, I'm a nocturnal animal. I'm from the night, from the darkness. Let there be light, right? And so many of it, right? We're supernovas. How do we all get here? We're of the stars. Okay. So did you make the stars, humans? Did you create the stars, humans? Maybe the ones that we see winning like Academy Awards, or that we see on MTV, or anywhere else that we see that are singing songs on our radio frequencies, right? That you pay a lot of money, and try to make them something they're not, because you want to, right? Skim off the top. Just let me just say, hail to fucking Wu-Tang. Yo, the more and more. They know what I'm talking about. Wu-Tang killer bees on the swarm. Ain't no yellow jackets from the hive. More like white-faced hornets. And wasps. Killer bees. All different. American woman, stay away from me. Some people think of me like the bee, right? Lucifer stings. Light bringer. What does that mean? Does it mean I worship something bad? I don't worship shit. I definitely don't worship shit. I'm back to Happy Gilmore. I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. And he's the happy Gilmore is like, you eat pieces of shit for breakfast? Going back to two, when I was talking about the band I like before, right? Sometimes we say certain things, and that's how things got also misinterpreted, right? Throughout ages, right? I mean, just we're gonna play a little play here. Oh, stuff all falling off the wall. Okay. What the fuck is going on right here? Philosophy. This is you're right. Also, Sophia, Haja Sophia. If you're not familiar with these terms, please look into them. So, right, knowledge is power. But in order to have power, right, one has to come from a balanced place and control the information that right. I have to be able to have somewhat not the false thing we believe is that we have control, right? We're a mess. We're all a mess. We've all been underwater, right? In understanding, having knowledge, gaining knowledge, being hunters and gatherers of information, right? Well, we're in Aquarius now, the information age. So now we're hunting and gathering all the information that we've acquired during our human existence thus far. Mark. And don't let people fucking rock you to sleep or scare the shit out of you saying stupid shit. Fuck your stupid shit. Like I just said, I like the band Suicidal Tendencies. She said she likes suicide. She likes suicide. It's like, you're stupid. Do you hear what you're trying to right, sell a wolf ticket, get a bunch of people to show up at your stadium, gather that energy, and then use it like the energy vampire parasite you are and distribute it like the actual fake news media. Yo, y'all better take care of the fake bullshit that we see on the regular channels. I don't even have a cable box in my room, a cabal box, you assholes. Like the guy I take care of, right? It's like he says all the time, it's like repeat, repeat, repeat. It's like, well, we're all also living in a repeat, 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 right? Peter, Peter, pumpkin eater. So people don't want to keep trying to mess around with the, stuff. Say Back to the Future. Biff and the Farmer's fucking Almanac, the sports almanac. Sorry. We like the Farmer's Almanac. But in pharma. Yo, does anybody know what he actually sings in that song? Do you remember that song? In pharma. I'm going to share something with you. The perfect example again. I'm not getting off topic, okay? But what I was saying about misinterpreting, right? Things, right? Like again, suicidal, right? So somebody could take what we say and then put it somewhere else and be like, look what they said, look what they did. And then if somebody asks us, like, did you say that? Yeah. They're like, oh, now we're guilty. Wait, hold on. I said that, but did you hear the context I said it in? Or are you just here to Judas me and fucking Pontius Pilate me because you just decided to hear, you went to the gossipers and you were watching repeat soap operas, deciding that you knew what the fuck you're talking about, and you want an instant pudding gratification answer from me so that you can feel like a, I don't know what. More cold calls. I know all those crazy numbers now too. It's like, and it's sad because actually that's the fun that for the guy, the gentleman I take care of. I'm gonna call him a gentleman. We just call him just Joe. Just Joe. You know. I think somebody also say like Pharaoh, Josephus, Rumpelstiltskin, Cthulhu, One-Eyed Creepus, Krampus. Nature boy. Satan, Saturn, that's not a toy. I can hear him laughing. That motherfucker's clairvoyant as shit. Oh, also, right? Edgar Casey, Nicholas Flamel, John D. All is well. Did I give too much live? Am I live? I don't know. Is Jakub's YouTube? Wait, who's trying to police, who's trying to police and oversee and take everything away from him or me? Just a question, let me see. Oh, we got nursery rhyme time. A new start is coming. Me. And don't get all crazy with me either with your guys' witch bitch shit. Because everybody uses a word to spell wit, don't they? Which witch is which? Careful where you point because there's lots of piranhas in the pool. I'm just playing. I'm a good witch anyway. And it's like, I yes, just to clarify and disclaimer and whatever else. Yeah. Nut shamers. Yeah, these nuts. Sorry. Not sorry. Reese's. Is it real? Israel. 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 Is it real? I play, I kid. Who's the goat? Who's a kid? I'm just joking. It's rabbit season. Oh, I got a knock. Who's there? Hold on. Knock. Who's there? My battery's dead, and I don't care. Orange. Orange too. Aren't you glad to see me? All right, so my battery really is just about on its last little hair there. And I have a visitor now. So to be continued, and we're already an hour and 43 in anyhow. All right, just take a look at sometimes, right? Yeah, disclaimer is what I was saying though. Yeah, I don't got a problem saying like and playing what any of the words that others are saying. Yeah, it's like I'm about bringing things up in vibration and bringing it out on the table. So those that want to play and point and have nasty things to say, it's like you can leave a comment, but we ain't gonna pay attention to it anyway. But if you want to like, subscribe, hit the bell, hit a thumbs up, leave a nice comment, that'd be cool as well. And I'm so grateful for you being here and hanging out. And check out some more of the videos that I've posted if you feel like, you resonate or any catch your eye or you gravitate toward any one of them or two or three. And you don't got to listen to the whole thing. I know they're long. It's like start to try to pay attention more what you're in tune with at that in your now moment. It's like everything's like driving. So it's like, again, it's not about having to be right or wrong. It's like you're at a big banquet, right? And we're having a huge potluck. That's why they call America too, right? The melting pot. So it's like there's food galore. There ain't no shortage. It just what are you plugging into and allowing your thoughts and your feelings and your energy? Where are you allowing it to be stirred up and to go? And are you aware of it? Or have you lost, right? We've all lost, everything's water. So everything's moving around in motion. So just what we're, so we've all lost things, but what we need will come to us in our right and now present moments when we start to, right, learn how to swim. We're not fishing and we're not digging and, right, all these extra, right, verbs that are action. Now it's verb. I fuck those words up all the time. Right, so it's more about tuning in. Forget the words and the labels. That's why, right? It's like I don't really care if the word's right or not. It's being in tune with the vibration you're in, and everything's like water. So when we're trying to swim and tread water and find our true north, which was right here where truth resonates, the buoyancy point, the more you tap in energetically to that, it's like, right, because sometimes we're that Cthulhu too. When we feel uncomfortable, unsure of ourselves, not sure if others are going to accept us, right? I'm not sure if what we're saying is it right. It's like, oh, now, so all these things that we go through inside that make us, right, feel sick. And then we can play Cthulhu, right? No, I didn't mean that, or so our intentions can come across, right? We're playing verbal ninja or emotional ninja, right? So again, I'm being playful because these are energies to, right, tap into and become a little more aware of in a playful manner so that we can raise our vibration, right? Don't forget Set wants to, right, or Harad wants to get all the children in the kingdom or in the whatever. That's like, right, they want you to stay in lost space mode, lost mode. But do they? Or are they just waiting to see when you're ready to wake up? Because they can't come poking at you either. Right? It's like when the student's ready to teacher appear. All right, when an egg is ready to hatch, it hatches. We can't, if we try to, right, touch an egg that, right, is not, then first of all, the mother's not going to come back to the egg. Second of all, we can mess up the whole process, right? So something has to be born when it's ready, or bloom, right, when it's ready. We can encourage and support and, right, put love and nurturing into said person, place, or thing, right? But we don't have, that's again, right, where we recognize we don't, that's where we don't have control. The control we have is what we're doing with it. Knowledge is power. What am I doing with this knowledge? I only have control of, am I allowing more thoughts and feelings to bloom, right? Or am I just allowing those first ones that come that are often really scary and negative to run my program? And then I'm like an AI robot, right? I'm believing artificial intelligence. I just ate the first things that came, which is the first fruits. Like, right, the first fruits aren't good. Like with a tree too, it takes many seasons for like an apple tree to like grow any apples, and then to grow any apples that are actually edible, that taste good and are bountiful, and right at harvest time, right? So things take time. Everything's a process, right? So being part of that process right there is something to be super grateful for, because like, don't forget your soul agreed to come here during this now time and like ride the waves, not be slaves, and get rid of that mentality. Yeah. It's time to play. Right? So be childlike in our imaginary, right, creative, right, divine intellect. And we can still be bratty little kids too, because it's not like, oh, now we got it. Now we're all, no. It's like, we're still going to fall on our face. We're still going to make mistakes. We're still going to have shit flung at us and shit happen. And we're still going to cause shit we didn't mean it. We're going to have to deal with feelings like shit, right? Like, feeling guilty, feeling bad if we notice we did something that made someone, right, mad, sad, etc. And then we call it bad. It's like, no, like we just have to like right? Brush our hair, wash up, clean from the inside out. Take a minute, ask for forgiveness from within, forgive ourselves, right? And start there. That's the starting point. You got to start somewhere, right? God didn't even build the whole world in one day, right? It wasn't all created in one day. Even as far as like the verses in creation that any man say, right? Like the number 7 there, and the 7th day is of rest, right? So it's important to take that time and space and allow yourself rest to process, right? That's why they say rest in peace, RIP. So remember to breathe and give yourself those moments to recalibrate, clear, move away any of those uncomfortable feelings and thoughts, right? And we elementally, right? Ocean and electricity and etc. All these things that we feel. This is all like mythology, all the words and terms we use. Try to relate and find other ways to be playful, to find more fruit to bear rather than taking 1 or 2 or 3, the first 3 that are just slapped right there. And then you're stuck playing 3-card money or we're entangled in the devil's triangle. Adam, Eve, out in the garden, right? And then we have more because then it's negative, and then we just Jack and Jill tumble down the hill. That's like right now, Adam and Eve have Cain and Abel. So now we're right again, COVID, House of David. We're gonna do a whole nother video with etymology with co and da and vid and the different meanings that they mean. And vid means I in Proto-Slavic. All right, I so appreciate you coming to hang out. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell, and just keep surfing and clearing. And one love. Be well. Thank you.